Hi, this is a review of this Crenova microphone set. Definitely looking at the podcasting market, I believe, here. It pretty much gives you everything you're going to need to get up and running fast, except for an audio interface to get this sound into your computer. Since this is a condenser microphone, you do need the phantom power, so I don't understand. I've gotten these before from other companies. They have an XLR cable on one end, and it has the 3.5 millimeter cable on the other end. Like you're going to be able to plug that directly into your laptop and get sound. No, you are not going to get sound if you do that, because you need phantom power, and your laptop isn't going to give this thing phantom power, so you're going to plug it in. You're going to get absolutely nothing. Now, if you actually have an audio interface that doesn't then have USB, which they almost all do, you can plug this into the audio interface and bring this into the microphone jack of your laptop. But really what this should be used with is a very basic audio interface or a mixing board as I'm using it here. It's going to go from an XLR to an XLR, and you're going to get the best possible sound out of this. So there's a few different parts to this kit. The microphone is decent. It is not spectacular. It the highest end is at 16,000. So it's not going to be as crystal clear as a lot of people might like. It's going to sound a little bit closed in, and the high end of everything is going to sound a little bit dull. The microphone itself seems to be built really well. It comes with the foam topper there, so it will help keep the plosives down and all of that. So you don't have to use this, which also comes with it, which is a full-on pop screen that you can put in front of this to make sure that when you pop your P's, everything hits the screen, the air hits the screen, and doesn't cause those popping sounds that you might get into the microphone itself. The boom arm is very basic. It'll work fine for lightweight microphones. To give you a comparison, this is a Heil Professional boom here, which you can see it's probably about twice as large, but it'll handle much larger, much heavier microphones. For people just getting started, this is great because you can still move it around. You can move it up and down. It's a little bit tight, but you want it to stay exactly where you're going to put it, and it seems to do a pretty good job with that. It also comes with the shock mount here, so that way, as you're moving it around, you shouldn't hear a lot of noise getting into the microphone. It should all be kept pretty much separate, which is what you want. As far as the sound quality goes, I think this is probably fine for most people that are doing audio podcasting. Right now, we are running this completely dry, and I can give you an idea. You can hear perhaps, if you listen, I'm not sure if this is picking this up. I hear it a little bit in the headphones. The air conditioner is running in the house, and if I'm quiet for a second, which is rare for me, you may be able to hear that. It's the one downfall of condenser microphones is that they pick up literally nearly everything in the room. They'll pick up things that you don't even realize that, you're just sitting here without headphones on in the microphone. You might not hear. A condenser microphone will pick up. A dynamic microphone is much more directional, and it picks up a lot less. But if I can flip a switch here, we can now engage right now we've engaged a DBX, and this is a compressor and noise gate. So when I stop talking, everything should go completely silent. And if you heard the air conditioner before, you probably don't hear that now. And it's also can be run through a vocal processor like the AFX with 204, which has the oral exciter and big bottom, which adds a little bit more of that broadcast sound to it. And it brightens this microphone up quite a bit, and get a little too much of the popping there, but it brightens it up where this is kind of a dull microphone without it. This definitely brightens it up, and this is something you can do also in the post-processing. If you're just doing strictly an audio podcast, you can record with any microphone and then do a little bit of equalization afterwards, and you can definitely change the way a microphone sounds. So this overall is not a bad sounding microphone at all. As far as the kit with the microphone, with the desk, with the boom arm here, with the the cable, which is kind of useless, I think, and with the pop filter and everything that's included. I mean, it's a pretty decent value at $50. It gets you pretty much where you need to be, but you're going to need an audio interface or a mixing board that allows for phantom power, which all mixing boards pretty much should, to run the condenser microphone. And you can get an audio interface or a little mixing board anywhere from $40, $50 on up. You pair that with this microphone, the stand, and everything else, and you are up and running and doing your audio podcasting. So overall, value-wise, I'm going to give this one 5 stars for people just starting out. It's a great way to get your feet wet without spending a ton on gear. This microphone here, just to give you an example, here is a Heil PR40, which I think are running for about $350 here on Amazon. So you're getting a lot for your money here, and you're going to be able to at least get started. And if you start getting more serious, you can obviously move up with the type of gear that you want to use. So on value alone, we're giving this one 5 stars. Hopefully this review lets you know at least what the microphone sounds like, and you can see the stand here. Like I said, it's not. There's nothing here that's going to knock your socks off, but it is all quality stuff, and for a beginner is more than good enough to get you going. Again, this is a review of this Crenova set with microphone and the stand and everything else that comes with it. One was provided for the purposes of doing this review, but that does not guarantee a good review. I am Darren O'Neill. Thanks for watching.